Good morning, my dear student. Today in our class, we are going to revise the chapter number 3, multiples and the factors. In the previous classes, you had already studied what are the prime and the composite number and how to find out the HCF and the LCM of two or more numbers. In today's video, we are going to recall all the topics. So let us start.
Factor. A factor of a number is an exact divisor of that number. Let us understand this statement by taking one example. Let us take a number 12. To begin with, let us find out the pairs of numbers that give 12 as their product. Here, 1 times 12 is 12, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12. So we get 3 pairs of numbers which give us the product 12. From 3 pairs of number, it is clear that 12 is divisible by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. So we can say that the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12 are the factors of 12. Hence, we can define factor of a number as a number which exactly divides the given number, or we can say factors are the numbers you can multiply to get the given numbers. Now let us look at certain points which we need to understand related to a factor with the help of examples. First one is a factor of every number. For example, 1 multiplied with 6 is equals to 6. So 1 multiplied with any number gives the number itself. Second one, 8 divided by 1 is equals to 8. So any number divided by 1 gives the number itself. So hence we can say 1 is a factor of every number. Second one, every number is a factor of itself. For example, 6 multiplied with 1 gives 6. Any number multiplied with 1 gives the number itself. 8 divided by 8 is equals to 1. So any number divided by itself gives the number 1. Hence we can say every number is a factor of itself. Third, the factor of a number is always less than or equal to the numbers. For example, factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Here 1 is less than 12, 2 is less than 12, 3 is less than 12, 4 is less than 12 and 6 is less than 12 and 12 is equals to 12. Thus, it shows that the factor of a number is always less than or equal to the number. Fourth one, every number except 1 has at least 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. For example, the factors of 7 are 1 and 7. Fifth one, number of factors of a given number are finite. For example, the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. So, here 6 has only 4 factors which are finite. Multiple. A multiple of a number is a number obtained by multiplying it by a natural number. Say, we have a number 7. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. This 7 is one of the multiple of 7. 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. 14 is another multiple of 7. The word says it all, a multiple. If a number is multiplied with 7, we get 7's multiple. 7 multiplied by 3 is 21 and the list would continue forever. The multiples of 7 are 7, 14, 21, 28 and so on. This proves that the list of multiples of a number is infinite, whereas the number of factors of a number is always finite. Now let us find out the multiples of 2. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6 and so on. Multiples of 2 continue as the numbers are infinite. What's special about the multiples of 2? Here, the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. All the multiples of 2 are called even numbers. But what about the numbers which are not multiple of 2? The numbers which are not multiple of 2 are called odd numbers. Now points to remember. First point is the number of multiples of a given number is infinite. For example, the multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40 and so on. The list is endless. So we can say the number of multiples of a given number is infinite. Second one, every number is a multiple of itself. Can 6 be a multiple of itself? Yes, because 6 multiplied by 1 is 6. And it will be true for other numbers also. So we can say every number is a multiple of itself. Third one, every multiple of a number is greater than or equal to that number. For example, the multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 and so on. Here 4 is equals to 4, 8 is greater than 4, 12 is greater than 4 and so on. So here the multiples of a given number 4 are greater than or equal to that number. Prime and composite numbers. We know that the set of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so on are called natural numbers. Natural numbers can be divided into prime numbers and composite numbers. Now to understand the prime number, let us take an example. First one, the factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Second, the factors of 11 are 1 and 11. The factors of 17 are 1 and 17. All these numbers 3, 11, 17 have only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Such numbers are called prime numbers. So prime numbers are the natural numbers that have only two factors, 1 and the number itself. For example, 2, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and so on. Twin primes. Two prime numbers whose difference is 2 are known as twin primes. For example, 3 and 5. 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. Now, to understand the composite number, let us take the examples. The factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. The factors of 14 are 1, 2, 7 and 14. The factors of 20 are 1, 2, 5, 10, 20. All the numbers 6, 14 and 20 have more than two factors. So these numbers are called composite numbers. Composite numbers are the natural numbers that have more than two factors. For example, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 and so on. Remember these points. Number 1 is neither prime nor composite as it has only one factor. Number 2 is the smallest and the only even prime number. Number 3 is the smallest odd prime number. Every prime number except 2 is an odd number. Common factors. Factors that two numbers have in common are called the common factors of those numbers. Common multiples. The multiples that are common to two or more numbers are called the common multiples of those numbers. Co-prime numbers. Two numbers having only one as a common factor are called the co-prime numbers. The rules of divisibility. First rule is divisibility by 2. If the number is even, that is, it ends in 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0, we say that the given number is divisible by 2. For example, 26. The number 26 ends in 6, thus it is divisible by 2. Next rule is divisibility by 3. If the sum of the digits of the number is divisible by 3, we say that the given number is divisible by 3. For example, 384. When we add up all the digits, that is 3 plus 8 plus 4, we get the sum as 15. and we know that the 15 is divisible by 3. So we can say 384 is divisible by 3. Next is divisibility by 4. If the number formed by the last two digits of the given number is divisible by 4, we say that the given number is divisible by 4. For example, 164. Its last two digits form the number 64, which is divisible by 4. Thus, we can say 164 is divisible by 4. Divisibility by 5. If the number ends in 5 or 0, we say that the given number is divisible by 5. For example, 525 ends in 5, thus it is divisible by 5. And the number 330 ends with 0, so it is also divisible by 5. Next is divisibility by 6. If the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, we say that the given number is divisible by 6. For example, 408. If 408 is divisible by 2 and 3 both, so 408 will be divisible by 6 also. So let us check the divisibility by 2. 408 ends in 8, so 408 is divisible by 2. When we add up all the digits, that is 4 plus 0 plus 8, we get 12. And we know 12 is divisible by 3. So 408 is divisible by 3. So we can say 408 is also divisible by 6. Next is divisibility by 8. If the number formed by the last three digits of the given number is divisible by 8, we say that the given number is divisible by 8. For example, 53,888. Its last three digits form the number 888, which is divisible by 8. Thus, 53,888 is divisible by 8. Next is divisibility by 9. If the sum of the digit of the number is divisible by 9, we say that the given number is divisible by 9. For example, let us take the number 7,29,639. Here, on adding the digits 7 plus 2 plus 9 plus 6 plus 3 plus 9, we get the sum as 36, which is divisible by 9. So we can say 7,29,639 is also divisible by 9. Next is divisibility by 10. If the number ends in 0, we say that the given number is divisible by 10. For example, 8,620 ends in 0, thus 8,620 is divisible by 10. Next is divisibility by 11. If the difference of the sum of the odd places and sum of the even places is either 0 or the multiple of 11, so we can say that the given number is divisible by 11. For example, let us take the numbers 7,169,308. Here the numbers at the odd places are 7, 1, 9 and 0. And the numbers at even places are 0, 6, 3 and 8. Find the sum of the odd places and the even places. After finding the sum, we will find the difference of the digit at odd and even places. We get the difference 17 minus 17, which is equals to 0. So, the given number 7,169,308 is divisible by 11. Some more divisibility rules. First rule is, if a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. Consider a number 24. Here 24 is divisible by 8 and the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4 and 8. So we can say if a number 24 is divisible by 8, then it is divisible by each of the factor also. Second rule is if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also. For example, the number 80 is divisible by 4 and 5, and 4 and 5 are co-prime numbers. So, 80 is also divisible by their product. It means 80 is divisible by 20 also. Similarly, 60 is divisible by 3 and 5, where 3 and 5 are co-prime numbers. So, 60 is also divisible by their product, that is by 15. Third rule is if two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum is also divisible by that number. For example, the numbers 16 and 20 are both divisible by 4. So the number 16 plus 20, which is equals to 36, is also divisible by 4. Fourth rule is if two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their difference is also divisible by that number. For example, the numbers 35 and 20 are both divisible by 5. So their difference 35 minus 20, which is equals to 15, is also divisible by 5. HCF is the highest common factor. It is the greatest factor that two numbers have in common with each other. HCF is also known as the greatest common divisor. There are three methods of finding HCF of two or more numbers. First one is factorization method. Second one is prime factorization method. And the third one is division method. Points to remember: the numbers 0 and 1 are neither prime nor composite because they does not meet the definition of either one. HCF of two consecutive number is 1. For example, HCF of 2 and 3 is 1. HCF of two consecutive even number is 2. For example, HCF of 2 and 4 is 2. HCF of two consecutive odd number is 1. For example, HCF of 3 and 5 is 1. LCM, least common multiple of two or more number, is the smallest number that is a multiple of those numbers. There are three methods of finding LCM of two or more numbers. First one is by finding the multiples, second one by prime factorization, and third one by division method. Remember, while solving the story problem of HCF and LCM, when the greatest number which divides is asked, find the HCF. When the least number which is divisible by is asked, find the LCM.
Thank you for watching the video. I hope you understood the concept. Try to do the questions in your rough notebook yourself. See you soon in the next video. Till that time, take care.